course. Me and my brothers, we always, was motivated in this sport of boxing because we just always loved to fight, all three of us. And now that my brother, Kelvin Davis, is fighting with me with Top Rank, it's even more motivation for us to both make it to the top. But not only that, Keon Davis right now is competing to get on the Olympic team, and most likely when he get on this Olympic team, it's gonna be two DB3 brothers that have been on the Olympic team, and that's legendary right there. And coming into the pros for Keon, coming to Top Rank, it's gonna be three brothers competing to become world champions. That's gonna make it times two. So that's just what it is.
That's an unbelievable family right there. What does this mean to you to be here today to kick off, this press conference in the Mecca of boxing, Madison Square Garden?
This means everything, man. Shouts out to Top Rank, shouts out to ESPN, shouts out to everybody here, man, just supporting all these prospects on this card right here and the main event. This is everything. Madison Square Garden, the big garden. This is my second time fighting here this year. Last year I got the knockout with the body shot. That was kind of legendary for me. And now I'm fighting a tough opponent sitting down there for me. And I expect to, have another performance, but not only that, to stop him as well.
Yeah, tough opponent, and I have Gardy off camera to do some translating for me, but going down to Juan Carlos Burgos, thank you very much for being here. And same question that I just asked Keyshawn, what does this opportunity mean to you to fight at Madison Square Garden on ESPN?
¿Qué significa esta oportunidad para ti pelear en el ESPN y en el Madison Square Garden?
Buenas tardes a todos. No, pues es una gran oportunidad. Tengo la satisfacción de que esta pelea sea la tercera ocasión que peleé en este recinto tan histórico. Para mí es algo emocionante. Tengo un empate y una derrota en este recinto y el día sábado vengo por la victoria.
This is a great opportunity for me. This is a legendary venue. I have fought already 3 times over here. I have had a loss and a draw, and Saturday I'm coming for the win.
Gardy, I want to ask him about Perez in his camp and what those sparring sessions and having the former champ in camp meant to him in preparation for this weekend.
¿Qué significa tener para ti a Pérez en entrenamiento contigo y preparándote para esta pelea?
Pues fue una muy buena experiencia. Realizamos un buen trabajo en la preparación. Sé de antemano que no es una pelea fácil, pero tengo la confianza y la certeza de salir con la mano en alto. Sé que no va a ser fácil, pero sin duda alguna vengo por la victoria.
That was a great experience and prepared me very well for this big opportunity. And I have the certainty that I know it's not going to be an easy fight, it's going to be a tough fight, but I'm coming for the win.
Keyshawn, you mentioned he is a tough vet. Does he present any challenges that you possibly haven't seen before?
Oh, definitely. On paper and pros, as a pro fighter, he's definitely the toughest opponent I fought. And he's definitely gonna bring new challenges to the ring that most likely I've never seen before. He's a vet, he done fought Mikey Garcia and a lot more other champions. And I'm just happy he took this fight, and I'm excited to see how this fight is gonna turn out.
I asked him about his camp. You had a camp in Colorado. What was that like?
Shoot, training Terrence Crawford, man. Oh my gosh. Terrence is an animal in training camp. Waking up at 7 a.m. and just training and then sparring him that same day. Camp was tough. And for a tough opponent like this, it was definitely needed. And it definitely prepared me for Saturday night. And like I said, it's going to be a spectacular performance. And I should get that stoppage.
Thanks for being here, Juan, as well. Gracias. Moving in one seat, we have Xander Zayas and Alexis Salazar. Xander, I'm going to start with you, brother. Third fight this year. How excited are you to be back at the Garden?
Man, first off, I want to wish Bob and happy birthday. Thanks Top Rank and ESPN for the opportunity. I'm excited. Back in New York. Had the opportunity to fight here in March. Then I had to cancel the fight in June. So being back here now as the NABO champion means a lot more.
We're excited. Alexis, coming over to you. Your last fight was a tough fight. What did you take away from that prepares you for a tougher battle here in New York?
Yeah, well, honestly, I feel real good. Made a mistake, paid for it. This fight, I'm prepared, you know. Did a good camp. So I'm feeling really good. Weight's good, everything's good. And I don't expect, I expect a good fight, you know. He's a good fighter. And thank you for the opportunity. And thank you, Top Rank, thank you, everybody. And I feel good. I feel real good. And I learned, like I said, I learned a really good experience with a really good fighter, you know. And I feel good.
I'm going to ask you the same question. I'll probably ask everybody on the stage this question. How exciting is it to be when we look at these banners in front of us, Madison Square Garden, world's most
I don't
famous
believe this
arena?
shit. It's a fucking dream come true.
There you go.
Like, what the fuck? But shit, I'm proud of myself.
What, hey, honestly, that's what we love up here. That was my Oprah moment. I'm gonna pull that one out of the footage and save it for my reel. What can you do Saturday night to shock the boxing?
I feel good, you know. I respect my opponent. He's a good fighter. Shit, I'm like everybody else, you know. I came here to win. I'm ready for the fucking win, you know. It's upset season, baby.
Woo! Somebody liked it. Xander, I'm coming back over here. Your last fight, Espadas, TKO in the 5th. Did you take anything away from that fight that stands out that you learned specifically from that battle?
Yes, definitely. The tougher they are, the easier it is to beat them. And Saturday night, I'm looking forward to do the same thing. Again, I got a great fighter, a great veteran fighter in front of me, with a great coaching staff. So I have to keep, you know, the game plan going, have fun in there, and keep listening to my corner. Everything else will come into place.
You mentioned the toughness of this fighter. Were you able to watch tape, and is there anything that he presents that you have to keep an eye out for that you haven't seen before?
You know, I feel like every fight is something new, it's a new experience. But we'll have to wait until Saturday and see. I did watch a couple videos. I don't want to give too much of the game plan, but we're ready for Saturday night.
Before we move on to our next set of fighters, Xander, I want to give you the opportunity to speak about Fundación Rimas, which is a charity near and dear to your heart that's raising money for hurricane relief in Puerto Rico. So please take a second to talk about what your plan is here with this fight Saturday.
Yeah, behind me we have the QR code for my uniform that I'll be using this Saturday night. We'll be auctioning the uniform, and Fundación Rimas, whatever they get from the auction will be donated to Puerto Rico and other families affected by the hurricanes. So if you guys can scan the code and help in any way possible, it will mean the world to me. So thank you guys.
Everybody in this room right now who's got a camera pointed over here, please take a picture of that and post it to your socials. And everybody tuning in, please do your part, scan that QR code and make a contribution if you can. Alexis, Xander, thank you so much for being here. All right, moving in one more. The heavyweights, Jared Anderson, Jerry Forrest. Jared, are you guys, what are you making, donations? You want me to hold for station identification here while you guys make a contribution? Jared, first time that this bout is scheduled for 10 rounds. First time for you that we see your name with a 10-rounder associated with it. I would imagine you don't anticipate it going 10, but how was camp knowing that this is now a 10-rounder?
It was a great camp. You know, we come always prepared to go the distance at every fight. You know, but we did do what we needed to do. You know, we had a great training camp. We prepared well. Great conditioning. You know, shout out to my conditioning coach, Trey Stevenson, and shout out to my coaches. You know, we did a great job, and we came in shape.
Yeah. Jerry, are you being overlooked in this fight? Do you feel like you're being overlooked?
Not at all. He's a good fighter, and his camp is smart, you know, so I don't think any of that overlooks me. I mean, you've seen me fight before. There's no way you're going to overlook me, so. 100%.
My next note is here, you went the distance with Pula your last time out. What did you learn from that fight? Because that was a battle. I'm sure he watched that tape. What did you learn from that fight?
I learned a lot about myself in that fight. That was my first fight with injury. So just learning how to deal with injury inside the ring, learning how to just make it work for you. You know, I took a lot out of that. I had to make sure I went back to camp and just fully healed first, make sure my body was, you know, fully settled and fully ready to go again. Now I'm back. You know, you've seen me work before, you know what I do.
Yeah, Saturday's going to be unreal. Jared, I want to come back to you. last time we had one of these conversations, there was a big Serbian standing on the other side of you in the ring, and I think I asked you, I said, hey, is this your toughest opponent to date? Here we are again. I'm going to ask you, is this your toughest opponent to date? Because I didn't think that fight would go the way it did, and you surprised a lot of people and put them out quick. You've got them looking at me like I can swing at me. But is this your toughest opponent to date?
Without a doubt, his record speaks for itself. His resume speaks for itself. I've been there with some of the best, on the distance with some of the best, so definitely without a doubt.
You talk about conditioning because that's come up a lot now with every heavyweight fight that we see. When we see a 10-rounder planned, it doesn't really happen that you go very far into you don't go very deep into rounds, but are you ready to go the distance if called upon?
Of course, always. We come ready to go the distance. We 12-round fight ready. So, like I said, we train for it in and out of the ring every day.
Jerry, studying his tapes, is there anything that you got to look out for, or is it just your game plan, impose your will, and go after it?
I never deviate. You ever seen any of my enemies muscle? It's just the same every time. I'm out boxing, I work. It's just what I do. I don't have a game plan for anyone. I know what I possess. So my team looks at their camp. My team looks at what they do. In every fight that I've fought, you've seen me work. So, like I said, I only focus and worry about me personally. I don't do the whole opponent.
Walking into the ring, Madison Square Garden, does it get any better than that?
I can tell you now, the walls where I train at, you got the fucking Ali posters with the MSG. It's legendary. You know what I mean? So, it's for me, it's more respect. This is a sacred place where people have been fighting here for years, for centuries. So it's for me, it's an honor and it's just a respectful thing to see a guy like Bob Arum come back to know that this is the most famous arena in the world, and I get to share that stage with a lot of good fighters. So it's really a blessing to me, honestly, to be able to share the stage with Jared, to be able to share the stage with my bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all from the same city, we all from the same places. So I'm just honored to be here.
When times get tough in the ring and you're sitting in your corner and, you got to get back up, how does this building, how does this motivate you to leave it all in the ring, so to speak?
After about 3 to 4 rounds, the crowd is usually always swinging to my side. So the crowd definitely motivates me. Anyone here can feel the love, they can feel the tension. So as you're working, you can feel the crowd, engaging more.
Jared, one last one for you, and it's kind of in line with what I just asked. Does the Garden give you that extra boost, or do you just roll in mission impossible, mission the same every time?
It's kind of mission the same every time I go in, but it is an extra special day, to fight in the Garden. It's amazing with all the history, and the bright lights in the crowd. Definitely last time I was out here, the crowd was amazing. They supported me a lot. I'm out there and gained a lot of fans out there.
Listen, thank you guys so much. Looking forward to Saturday night, and we turn to our main event. Teofimo Lopez, Sandor Martin, thank you for joining us. Tio, I want to start with you. A title shot awaits the winner. Is it tough to look past this one, or is it mission at hand? Here we go.
First off, just got to thank God for everything, all the blessings, and just bringing us here and having the opportunity to show our talents and our gifts to the world. This definitely is Madison Square Garden, the most of the Mecca of Meccas. So we all have an opportunity here. We have an objective to do on Saturday night. And my whole thing really is just how do we continue to pursue on the takeover. We just got to keep winning. Whoever they put in front of us, we beat them.
Gardy, I'm going to ask you to jump in here as well. Sandor took this fight on a 3 weeks notice after Pedraza backed out. You ready to go?
Tomé esta pelea con 3 semanas de anticipación, luego de lo que sucedió con Pedraza. ¿Estás listo para pelear?
Estoy absolutamente listo para la pelea, por eso he venido. Son 3 semanas de aviso de preparación específica, pero yo venía entrenando en el gimnasio porque soy deportista 24/7 todos los días del año. Quiero agradecer a Bob Arum, a Top Rank, la oportunidad que me dan de estar boxeando en el Madison ante un gran adversario como Teofimo López, y espero que podamos dar un gran combate el sábado a los aficionados.
I'm absolutely ready to fight. I'm an athlete 24/7. I got the 3 weeks notice for the fight, but I was already in camp, training. and I'm just ready to fight. I want to thank Top Rank and Bob Adam for the opportunity, and we're going to give a big fight to the fans on Saturday.
Yeah, we hear that a lot. I've always, you're always in the gym, ready to go. What does this opportunity mean to you, headlining the Garden Saturday night, Heisman night in New York City? A lot of eyes on this fight. What does this opportunity mean to you?
¿Qué significa esta oportunidad para ti? Una noche grande en el Madison Square Garden, una noche Heisman, una gran oportunidad para ti. ¿Qué significa?
Para mí es lo más grande que me ha pasado en mi carrera deportiva y prácticamente también en mi país. Es muy difícil ser boxeador saliendo desde España. Son 11 años de carrera profesional, 42 combates profesionales para tener una oportunidad como esta. En el momento que he tenido la oportunidad, evidentemente no lo podía rechazar. Lo firmó Lopez, el Madison, Top Rank, hacer historia. Se trata de eso, de hacer historia.
This is the biggest opportunity in my career. Coming from Spain is very tough to be a boxer. 11-year career, 42 fights, and this is the bigger opportunity that I have gotten. So it was 3-week notice, but I had to take the opportunity. We are about making history, so that's why I'm here.
I love it. Tio, I want to come over to you. In the ever-changing world of boxing, will we see anything new from you Saturday night?
Absolutely. That's what I'm all about. I think that we all have a canvas to perform at. I'm an artist myself, so I'm over here just trying to be abstract as much as possible when it comes to the ring. It's all about just giving the fans what they really want, and that's entertainment. And that goes for everybody here sitting right now. We are in the entertainment business, not boxing business, and you guys got to remember that. So by all means, go after everything that you can do. I follow the likes of Prince Nassim, and those are the things that you guys will see. It doesn't mean I got to showboat like crazy, However, it's just all about just giving what they really want. It's just not about getting the job done and the win. It's what you do before and what you do in there and then afterwards. And that's why we are headlining Madison Square Garden under a great card. I mean, the talent that we have here, this is amazing for me. This is the opportunity of a lifetime for anyone here. Every time I come out here to the Garden, this is my 8th time fighting at Madison Square Garden, 4th time in the big room. And all I can say, man, is just I'm very, very grateful, man. Very grateful. Last year, nearly lost my life, and now I just get to redo it in a better way.
3 weeks ago when Pedraza pulled out of the fight, what was that like for you guys in camp? Did you have to reevaluate, change directions a little bit with a new opponent, or was it just business as usual?
Preparation is key. You got to be prepared for everything and anything. Sometimes people are going to want to set a detour for you, and you just gotta be prepared for that as well. You gotta know your routes and your routes. So really, we're always prepared. Look, Pedraza actually was probably, I'm not overlooking Sandor Martini. However, you gotta look at it. Pedraza, even though he came off a draw, he's someone that's able to switch from southpaw to orthodox. So we already had that in camp. We had southpaws, we had orthodox in the gym, so we already were ready for anything and everything that they had to come.
No surprises over here then?
The only surprise I think everybody's really gonna see is just like how better did I get from my first career loss, my failure. I think that really what I would like to tell everybody here is that you never really lose. The only time you ever really lose is when you quit. When you say no mas. That's when you lose. Other than that, man, you have to understand that these failures are meant to make us stronger and grow. Why we have the greats and the legends like Jordan, Kobe, man, God bless his soul, and Tiger Woods and LeBron James and all these other great athletes around the board, even Serena Williams, everyone. Tiana, of course, and it's all those things that you really have to take in. A lot of people are so scared now, but this is a new time, this is a new era, we all emulate Floyd in some way. He's taught a great way of how you can move. However, it only worked for him. We all have a different art. We all have a different way. And I think that you all gotta know your audience. Know your audience, who you want to attract. Know who you're trying to shoot for. And I guarantee you, you'll be the first signed of anything like that. Look, I'm the first boxer to be signed to Bud Light because of it. It's just a lot of work though. The facts are there. I'm not trying to brag it. It's just to help the new generation. And like I say, when you're in here and you're doing what you gotta do, no matter what it is, our job literally is, this ain't a job for us. We know what we're gonna do Saturday night. We have fun. That's the light work. That's easy. The hard part is the cameras. You gotta promote your fight. You gotta go out there. Even if it's I Love Boxing podcast and they have 5 subscribers or 10, you go and take it. And don't charge them because they're helping you promote your fight and your name. You know, I don't trust nobody when I go on these interviews at all because we're all helping each other.
Do you bring beer?
Yeah, I bring beer. I do a shotgun, whatever you like. You know?
Bud Light, I'm available too. Call me anytime. Gardy, I want to go back.
Free Bud Light for everybody.
You just lost your sponsorship. I want one more over here for Sander. We talk about the opportunity in the big room here at the Garden, but as I started with Tio, there's a title shot waiting after this fight for the victor. What does that mean to him to have possibly that opportunity dangled as a carrot in front of him?
Esta es una gran oportunidad por la exposición que tiene en el Garden, pero también porque el ganador podría estar peleando por una oportunidad de título mundial. ¿Qué significa esa oportunidad de título mundial para ti?
Al final yo vengo para eso, vengo para ganar. Respeto mucho a Teófimo López, la carrera que ha tenido él como deportista profesional, lo respeto mucho como boxeador. Solo deseo que demos un gran combate y bajemos con salud del ring el próximo sábado en el Madison. Para mí es un momento muy especial, pero no miro más allá de este combate. Al final creo que él y yo vivimos en dos mundos diferentes. Él vive en el mundo del espectáculo y yo vivo en el mundo del boxeo. Cuando él estaba grabando entrevistas, cuando él estaba viendo los clips, cuando él estaba de compras, yo estaba entrenando. Esa es la diferencia con el sábado.
At the end of the day, you know, we're just here to win. Of course, this is a big opportunity, and I'm gonna take it. But I'm not looking past that. I respect Teofimo Lopez, what he has done in his career. But we live in two different worlds. He lives in the entertainment world, and I live in the boxing world. While he was doing interviews and was watching the Knicks and everything, I was training. So for me, this is the boxing world, and I'm here to win.
Fantastic. You want to say something too? I saw the mic come on.
I always have something to say.
Okay.
For me, no, that's good. I mean, he's watching me close. That's good. That's where I need him right now.
Perfect. All right, ladies and gentlemen, again, a huge night of fights at the Mecca of Boxing. Tomorrow we'll be right here as we wade them all in. But again, we want to wish Bob Arum a happy birthday. We want to congratulate Brad Goodman, Timothy Bradley Jr., and Brad Jacobs on being inducted into the Hall of Fame class of 2023. And a big round of applause to these fine gentlemen for spending time with us this afternoon. As always, this is Boxing, this is Top Rank, and we'll see you tomorrow as they step on the scale. Have a great day, everybody.
Marty, get a group. Yeah,